The weather is getting warmer, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and that can only mean one thing. Spring is around the corner, or actually happening right now, which means we're gonna get a shitload of new anime coming out very, very soon. And today in this video, like we usually do, although we haven't done it in quite a while, we're going to be talking about all the new anime that's going to be coming out during the spring 2022 season and breaking down all of them as best as we can. Now, I usually do all of them together and just kind of like a breakdown of what is most anticipated and least anticipated, but I thought we'd change it up a bit where I would talk about the sequels first, which are probably going to be the most, looked at or sought after anime, and then we're going to go to the new anime and work our way from those most anticipated down to the bottom. And at the end, we'll talk about the 10 anime that I'll be watching on a weekly basis, where we'll start our whole weekly little breakdown. So yes, this is the start of the weekly seasonal reviews. And of course, first off, we're going to be starting with the sequels, and the sequel that I am most excited to be watching is Shield Hero Season 2. The first season for the Rising of the Shield Hero came back all the way out at the beginning of 2019, before any talk of, the world situation that we're currently in, or at least we're, very slowly but surely getting out of, actually started. And it was slated to come out around 2020, but it, along with a bunch of anime, just got pushed back so far. To the point where I can say that when Shield Hero originally came out, I wasn't allowed to drink. Now, I'm well past that age. It has been a long time, and I'm still sad. But no, seriously, this is probably my most anticipated anime in terms of the seasonal stuff. I love the first Rising of the Shield Hero. Everything from the beginning to the end was perfect. The story was amazing. It came out with one of the best characters in terms of Naofumi, one of the best waifus in terms of Ophelia, or in her case, best girl, because for those of you, she's still 12, and probably one of the worst bitches in anime. I don't even remember her name. I'm pretty sure they just call her bitch in the anime now. And honestly, I'm perfectly okay with that, especially with the bullshit that she pulled. And obviously, towards the end, they set up so much in terms of potentials for Season 2. We're potentially getting a whole new enemy. We got a whole other world to experience. Naofumi still hasn't unlocked all his powers. Neither has Ratalfia or Philo, for that matter. So, I am excited for Season 2, what it could bring, what excitement it's going to have. I am stoked, and I wouldn't be surprised if this one actually turns out to be the anime of the season for the most part. The next anime that we're going to talk about is Kaguya-Sama Love is War Season 3, and I still like this show. I don't think that this show has waned off interest for me, but from the initial first release of the first season to the second season now going into the third, I'm a little more, not more, but I'm a little less interested in actually watching this than I was originally. If I'm going to be completely frank here, I feel like this show should have been something that should have been maybe 12 to 13 episodes. I think it going to Season 3 makes it feel kind of drawn out for the most part, and there's nothing bad with this seasons whatsoever. They're fun, they're enjoyable. I actually find them very entertaining, especially the first season. Second season definitely had its moments, but it definitely was a pretty big decline in terms of actual entertaining moments. So now, going into Season 3, I'm kind of skeptical as to what else they can actually bring out, as I feel like they've kind of pushed everything they could already, but we'll have to go see. I'm still excited for it. It's still an entertaining show for the most part, so obviously this is one I'm definitely going to watch. Next on the seasonal anime that we are going to watch, we have Komi Can't Communicate Season 2, and this came out way faster than I originally thought it was going to. I thought it was at least going to be until the beginning of 2023 to maybe at least the fall we were going to get this, but there literally was just a season in between both of these releases, which came out so fast. I mean, hey, I guess riding off the wave of popularity is good, but it's also just very worrying when a sequel comes out just as fast. I mean, I'm always wary of it, but we'll see. I mean, overall, I was pretty impressed with the first season, and I'm not quite done with it yet, but what I've seen has been actually entertaining for the most part. To say that it's perfectly translated from manga to anime, I don't know if I would say that's the case. I think going back and reading some of the manga stuff, there definitely is a far more enjoyable time reading the manga and seeing all the more detailed reactions versus the anime, able to translate it to a good degree, but not in a degree that I think really captures the essence of what the manga was going for. With that being said, this show's animation has no reason being as good as it does. It for some reason has like peak top really good animation, and it like bothers me how well the animation is. Like, this animation is legitimately fire, and it's just for like a lovey-dovey show. Like, that's insane to me that they would go so far. I mean, it is just the modern era of anime. All anime is just like that all regular shows, even slice of life anime, are just feel like they're fairly more animated than they should be, but at the same time, I think that's just becoming the standard at this point. Basically, this is just a long-winded way of saying I'm excited to watch Komi Get Communicate Season 2. Next on the list, we have Scientists Fell in Love, So They Tried to Prove It Season 2. I was not expecting this anime to get a Season 2, and I'm both happy yet like wary at the same time. I'm happy because the show was really good. I think it was a sleeper hit that not many people really paid attention to as much, but honestly, it's one of my favorite like comedy romances I've seen in a very long time. With that being said though, I feel like where we left it off at season 1 was a decent place. Like, obviously they didn't really get together, but it also felt like their feelings for each other were pretty substantiated to each other in the final episode of that series. So to see a second season and see where they go from there, I don't know. This one might actually kind of fall flat. Kind of like I said, similar to Kaguya-Sama, it feels like this show should be more than just a one-off season. It shouldn't go past like season 2. I could see them maybe doing something season 2 and just having it resolve in season 2, and so it should just be like its little 24 to 26 episode anime that kind of like explains their love and goes on ahead. I will give them this. They have potentially more material that they could work with than Kaguya-Sama, where Kaguya-Sama just kind of goes through the typical high school tropes of relationship, but bumping them up to 11, whereas this can actually be somewhat educational, since it's scientists explaining what love is through science and going through multiple experiments. So you can make it like last a little longer, but I don't know. I'm a little wary of this, so we'll see where this takes us. And the last seasonal anime thing that I'm interested in watching is Tiger and Bunny Season 2. Now, it has been a good long while since I've watched Tiger and Bunny Season 2. See, the first season of Tiger and Bunny. It was a fairly interesting show. It had its moments. It was cool. It was like an action packed, real nice type of show. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember much from it since it was so long, so I would have to go back, but I know I'm going to watch it mainly because I have a friend that really liked Tiger and Bunny, and I'm probably going to end up watching it because of him. But also, I just remember being in a very enjoyable show, so we'll see. I don't have much to say on it because, again, it's been years since I've actually watched Tiger and Bunny, but it's a show that I remember at least enjoying, and people should at least look out for the second season if you're a fan of Tiger and Bunny. Now, I do want to say there are a couple of movies that are coming out that are actually kind of interesting, though I don't think I'm actually going to get the chance to watch them, or I'm really interested enough to really watch them. Maybe one or two, but that's about it. The movies that are currently coming out this season are going to be the quintessential quintuplets movie, Freeze coming out with a movie, Odd Taxi's coming out with a movie apparently, and obviously there is the Dragon Ball superhero movie. Now, obviously, the Dragon Ball superhero movie, that's the one I'm most likely going to watch, because obviously it's Dragon Ball, it's a Dragon Ball movie. Every anime fan is going to go see the Dragon Ball movie. I'm kind of interested to see where it goes, since it does talk about the Red Ribbon Army, but it looks kind of goofy. It'll probably be on the lower end in terms of quality, in terms of story, but we'll probably get a decent amount of actual good animated fight scenes, and for the most part, when it comes to Dragon Ball, that's what you're really in for it now. And then the other one is quintessential quintuplets. I haven't actually dived into the second season that deep. I did start a couple of episodes, but I got very distracted by other things. So we'll see how that goes. This movie apparently is supposed to just kept off the rest of the series after the second season ended. So obviously watch the second season, and then I'll probably watch that when it comes out. And with all of that, we now move to the new shows for the spring 2022 season. And the first one that we're going to talk about is the names are hard. The name for this anime is going to be Shikimori is Not a Cutie. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I read the description for this sounds kind of horny. I'm going to be honest with you. When you read the description of this, it sounds kind of horny, where it's just a story about a normal girl who has a boyfriend, and she's a pretty normal girl at when it's daytime, but apparently in the nighttime she has a big secret, and her boyfriend loves it when she does the secret. I don't know what that could mean. I don't know how to interpret that, but on the one hand it sounds kind of horny, but on the other hand, this studio that is making this, which I think is called Doga Kuba, is the same people that made Girls Monthly Nozaki-kun, Lunamari-chan, Gabrielle's Dropout. So it might not be horny. I'm just a degenerate who thinks of horny, and with the influx of weird, ecchi to hentai blurring anime with fucking Redo a Healer and Overflow and Anne's World Harem and all that stuff, you can't blame me for looking at that description and just thinking that it could potentially be horny. It just looks horny to me. But if it's not horny, this might actually be a really cute story, and it's by a studio who does some pretty good work. So I am at least somewhat excited for this. But if it does turn horny, I'm going to be kind of... if it turns horny, I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll fucking see. Look, down the road, we'll figure it out or something like that. The next anime that we're going to talk about is called A Couple of Cuckoos, and okay, the last one sounded kind of horny. This one just sounds like it can be weird. It has the potential to be weird, but also has the potential of talking about maybe just taking an interesting route. I don't know. Let me explain. So this story revolves around two characters, Ugi and Erika, and both of them are apparently kids that were switched at birth. And we don't know this about Erika, but we know this about Umi. Umi was a kid who accidentally got switched at birth, so the parents that he have are not his real parents. But they want to try to find his real parents as he gets older. Now, he runs into a girl named Erika. Now, obviously, he doesn't know that it's the switch girl, but it's a weird thing where I guess she doesn't want to marry somebody, so she's going to pretend that Umi's just her fake boyfriend, and they start, fake dating. But when Umi brings back home Erika to show to his parents, he runs into him talking to his actual parents and saying that, oh yeah, so we found out that, you are their parents and you are our child. So what we're going to do, just to make things simpler, is that y'all both are gonna get married. And my question to this is, I know it doesn't count as incest, but should it? Okay, in actuality, not really, right? Not it necessarily wouldn't count as incest. And to be fair, it does technically solve that problem of well, I want my kid to be my actual kid, but I have your kid, and we raise that kid, and that kid is our kid. So instead of just trading kids and never seeing our other kid that we raised, how about we just marry both the kids? And that way we have the kid that we raised, and then the kid that's actually ours, and both of them could be simple. And both of them are it's so weird, because you're put in this place where they are separate families, but one's actually related to the parents, is that the person is marrying, and it's such a weird situation that I don't know. It's not incest either. They're not related to each other, but it feels like they're related to each other. So in a weird way, the person that raised them is technically their in-laws, but the in-laws more are going to be the parent that... I want to watch the show just purely on the concept of what the fuck. This show has all, it has the level of what the fuckery on like the level of domestic girlfriend without actually being domestic girlfriend. Like it's like a similar idea in a sense of like, oh yeah, this girl, I guess she could be my boyfriend. Surprise! They're like you know, you're not siblings, but we're gonna make you both our children, but you're not gonna be siblings. You're just gonna fuck. Like, it's weird because like they won't be siblings, they'll just be a couple, and it does work out that way. It's just so weird and out there. It doesn't make any sense, but you know what? The more I think about it, the more my brain hurts. So let's just move on to the next anime. The next anime we're going to be talking about is called I'm Quitting Heroing, and I'm going to be honest with you, this sounds kind of boring. Well, not necessarily boring in a bad way, but this does sound like it could have an interesting premise, but I doubt anything interesting will actually happen in this show. With that being said though, I am willing to watch it purely for the spitefulness that the main character would be pulling off in this anime. The premise of this one is that he is the strongest hero in all of the land for the kingdom, which I assume is like the human kingdom, since there's demons and other type of, you know, creatures and species in that land. And he actually is able to tear down the entire army for the Demon King. And he's just like, cool, that's great. But he becomes so strong that he becomes a threat to the other people. And so he gets exiled just so he doesn't, you know, get a big head or ever think of throwing the current like monarchy or whatever. So he says, well shit, I'm exiled from my own kingdom from being too strong. Well fuck it. Hey, Demon Kingdom, let me help you rebuild your shit. I know I tore you down, but we can rebuild you. How spiteful do you have to be to go to the enemy side? Like, I get it as well. I get it, right? You got kicked out from your main kingdom, and your main kingdom just said fuck off, so you want to carry back to your main kingdom, building up the other kingdom. But man, that is some spiteful shit. It's beautifully spiteful, honestly. It is truly beautifully spiteful. And you know what, if it turns out as spiteful as it is, I could actually really see myself enjoying the show if I decide to watch this. So you know what sure, like I'm just excited to see how angry and revengeful this man could get. The next new anime we're going to be talking about is called the Tomadachi game. This just sounds like kind of fun. It's kind of like a diet saw type thing, like jigsaw saw, but not. It doesn't really sound like that. Basically, it's just a story about a dude who doesn't really have much money, but does save up to make it up to his friends to go on a trip. The money's gone. Two friends take the blame for it, but they also get an invitation that the money is that they get invited somewhere, and I guess the money I think is there. But it's a whole like weird game thing where one of their friends is just fucking with them, and the main character's trying to figure out which friend they're fucking with. I don't know. It sounds convoluted and very hard to explain. Though I am at least interested in the premise, as it seems like you get very dark and very gritty. It seems like killing will be involved most likely. So, hey, I'm always down for a good, you know, just bloodfest of an anime. Next anime on our list that we're going to be talking about is an anime called Love After World Domination. I literally just found this looking through my list, and I'm going to be honest with you, this sounds adorable as hell. Like, the premise behind it is just that there are two factions that are like waging war against each other in like the greater land, where it's just like the main bad guy versus like the elite force for the kingdom. But two of the members just are casually dating. Not even casual, like they're in a serious romantic relationship, and they're apparently just super awkward because they're both inexperienced, but they want to try to make it work despite their differences and whatnot. And it sounds super adorable. Like that sounds super fun to watch and super adorable. I love the concept of that. And how it just seems cute and nice. I don't even know what to say. That just sounds cute. It's a lot of stuttering. I'm not cutting this out either. It just sounds adorable, and I'm putting it on this list, and you can probably tell that's probably going to be one of the newer anime that I'm going to be watching this season. The next anime on the list is going to be called Shojou No Victory Road. I think that's what it's called. And it's about a girl who... I'm not gonna lie. I use certain words in the anime that's like specific to that anime, but what I assume is that it's this girl that's off to kill other girls that are invading the land, but there's one particular girl she can't kill because she's immortal, so she goes off to see if she could find a way to stop the immortality, and the girl that she's trying to kill is just tagging along like she had nothing better to do. She's just kind of sitting there being like, oh yeah, you want to learn how to kill me? Ah, sure, fuck it. Let's tag along. Let's go, buddy. Ah, like, what the fuck? Doesn't have the potential to be good, but the idea about it is enough for me to at least be interested in it. I hope it could be good. I hope it's at least funny. It sounds like they can get into a bunch of funny shenanigans. So I'm hoping it's at least funny and entertaining. Up next for the new anime, we have RBG Real Estate. I literally only picked this one because it is girls that are selling real estate. Moving on, next is Healer Girl. This is going to be another one. I only really am kind of interested in this one, literally due to the fact that it has the potential of being a musical show, since they use magic, or use songs that are infused with magic to help heal people. Literally the only reason why I like it. Like I say all the time, I am a sucker for shows that have any type of heavily music incorporated elements. I love Carol and Tuesday. I haven't finished it yet, but Taka OP Destiny, I can't wait to actually sit down and finish that show. Just all music shows based are shows that I always fall in love with. And I don't know if I'm going to fall in love with this one, but I am willing to give it a shot. Next anime we're going to be talking about is about Birdie Wing Girls Golf Story. I have no idea why I'm drawn to this. I don't even like golf, but there's something about it. I looked at it, and I looked at it long, and I sat there, and I'm like, yeah, that could be an interesting premise. I mean, I'm going into this anime with little to no expectations, so who knows how well this anime will be. Next, for our new show section, we have Establishment in Life. Now, this was going to be a show that was going to be a show I was just going to watch because it's girls with guns, but then I started reading more about it. I don't know what this show is trying to do. Like, you look at the cover of the show right here, or right here. You see the cover of the show, or whatever the fuck it is, right? It looks like it's girls with guns, or it seems like some type of weird, interesting task force, right? And then you read the description, and it seems like it's a weird world where they tried to build AI because the population was declining, but they ended up making like AI girls and other girls of different species and beastkins, and they kind of separated all of them into their own societies. That way they could cater to each one's individual needs. And I don't know why the cover has girls with guns. I don't know if that's a lie. I don't know if that's what's supposed to be true, but I mean, it's weird enough to be like, I might give this a first episode watch. I don't know. I honest to God don't fucking know. And the final show that we're going to be talking about is Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. Why are there so many new Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows? The game's already fucking complicated, though I can't say much. I play Magic, and I figured that out pretty well. Just why? Just fucking why? Why are there more Yu-Gi-Ohs? I get why there are more Yu-Gi-Ohs, but why are there more Yu-Gi-Ohs? Oh, it's so weird. Like, growing up in an older age of just like the normal shows, I just remember like fucking regular Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds and GX. Those are my three. Now I'm seeing all this shit. There's fucking Zexal and Go Rush and all this shit. Man. Oh, and the V Virus or V Surfers or V Serious or whatever the fuck that one was. That was weird. I literally put it on here because I just wanted to rant. I'm not planning on watching this shit at all. But I mean, like, fuck. It's just adding a whole new other rule sets to this, so that's just gotta be a thing. And I'm not good at Duel Masters, so maybe I might watch it to maybe be caught up on the rules or understand the rules or build a deck similar to the show. I don't know, man. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is complicated. Okay, so just to be really quick about it, I totally forgot to talk about Spy X Family, probably the most anticipated new anime of the spring season. I don't know how I forgot about that, but let me just really quickly explain my, interest in it. I am actually genuinely excited for this. Everyone who I've talked to who has read the manga said that it is a show that needs to be animated. I actually, for this one, kind of stayed away from the descriptions because I'm kind of excited to see what it could bring and what it could potentially hold. So I'm kind of trying to go into this with a blind face, but at least from what I've seen and what I've heard, it just kind of seems like a family living, you know, the normal life, and all of them, including the little daughter or child, are double agents, or not double agents, but like regular agents who are trying to do, you know, agent stuff. I don't know how far it is. I don't know if it's like simple agent stuff or if it's like literally saving the world as like Mission Impossible type stuff. I feel like for an anime, it would like make sense for it to be, you know, over the top anime like, where they're like going to save the world and then like trying to do all of it before like dinner time, or try to put the kid into bed, or some tropes like that, or like some weird thing like that. I think it'd be very interesting to see and do. So I'm personally excited for it. It's an anime that I am actually very, very much looking forward to. I have held back on reading the manga just so I could watch the anime, because I heard the anime is coming out. Like literally the day I was going to buy the manga, the anime was announced, and I was just like, okay, if it's coming out with an anime, maybe I should hold off, and then in that case I'll check it out later. So yeah, let's get back to the main video. I can't believe I forgot to talk about this topic, but you know what, it's whatever. And that's the last show, and with that being the end of all the rundowns, let's talk about the shows that we're actually going to watch for our weekly seasonal reviews. So for the sequel shows, we have Shield Hero Season 2, Kaguya-Sama Love is War Season 2, Season 3 I mean, Komi Can't Communicate Season 2, and Scientists Fell in Love So I Tried to Prove It Season 2. And for the new shows we're going to be watching, it'll be Spy X Family, Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, A Couple of Cuckoos, Tomadachi Game, Love After World Domination, Shojou No Virgin Road, and Establishment in Life. Now there's a lot of shows, I know I haven't been consistent, but I'm going to try my darndest to actually sit down and watch as much as I can. Will I be able to do it? I truly don't fucking know, but hey, I'm willing to give it a shot. And with that being said, thank you all, everybody, for watching my video. If you like my content and everything I bring to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel and comment what you're excited for the spring 2022 season of anime coming out, or if there's anything that I should particularly actually add onto my list of things I should watch or am watching for the weekly seasonal recap. So if we just gotta build up a little bit more, and we can start grinding down that Twitch, going on that Twitch grind. We can do it. We're so goddamn close. You can go ahead and you can do that. Go ahead and check out all my other links down below in the description. And with that being said, thank you, my little degens, for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.